Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Rachel.
And we are out and about in Simcoe County. Now today, we're in the Copeland Forest up at Carriage Hills, and we're going to be taking a look at all the different trails. What do you think we're going to do?
We're going to be taking ATVs, bicycling, mountain biking. I'm not really sure about that one. I haven't been on a bike since the 80s. And Segways.
And our favorite.
By foot.
By foot. That's the way you get in close with nature. Snake hook, net. We're looking for frogs, lizards, salamanders. If it moves or crawls, we're looking for it.
Or flies.
Or flies, you sure? Absolutely. Yeah, all right, let's go. Let's go. Let's hit the trails. All right, wish us luck.
I'm gonna die.
See you on the bottom. We all survived coming down that hill. If you hear any heavy breathing while we're working, it's because we're catching our breath, which was left somewhere near the top of the hill.
The top, yeah.
Rachel spotted this pile of wood as soon as we got to the bottom. This looks like it's been here for at least a few months, so something might have developed a home in it, but we'll have to take a look.
This is carpenter ants' work. People who own houses aren't too keen on carpenter ants. But these are the great big ants you see roaming around old houses and buildings.
On our show, you're going to see us looking under a lot of logs and rocks. 99 times out of 100, 99 and a half.
Yeah, 99.
You won't find anything.
If it looks like we're finding stuff, it's because of really good editing.
All right, back on the trails, I guess. We'll keep looking. Rocks. We need to find rocks.
We're still on our bike ride, and I have taken a little sabbatical off to the side, and I found some wild roses. And in amongst these wild roses are actually an entire buffet, if you are so inclined. You can actually eat rose petals, the wild rose petals. Down in here, there's a wild strawberry starting out, and there's actually wild raspberries that are just starting to grow here. You can see where some old raspberries have kind of dried up from last year. Wild rose is actually kind of tasty. Fresh and fruity. That actually tastes quite good. Yep.
We made it through the swampy trails back there. There was a great big pond, and as we got closer to the pond of water, we saw all kinds of butterflies. I saw at least 5 different kinds coming through the trails, and one of them was a monarch butterfly, and this is important to the monarch butterflies. This is milkweed, and it's extremely important because this is the only thing that they eat. Now, these butterflies have to travel from North America all the way down to Mexico in this huge migration. It's extremely impressive. Everybody worries about the wildebeest in Africa. Monarch butterflies, that's an impressive migration. And this is an important plant. So any of the monarch butterflies around here are going to be looking for patches of milkweed like this. So even if you want to plant some in your garden, go ahead. It's a good plant to have. All right, we made it.
Finally. What has this been, 5 kilometers?
I think we're 5 kilometers in. This is our goal, Ducks Unlimited Pond. Everybody knows the name Ducks Unlimited, and this is it. This is one of the ponds. Hey, we've got a dam over here and everything.
I think the ducks are limited here. I don't see any. We're here at the Ducks Unlimited Pond on a nice trail in the middle of what seems to be nowhere. And the person who got us here was Peter from Born to Ride Bicycle. And Peter, what does Born to Ride Bicycle do?
There's different levels of cycling tours that we offer, from your basic introductory to more advanced levels where people are flying down ski hills at 60 kilometers an hour, or Others that want to just kind of say hello to the turtles and see the frogs.
See,
as they
that's
jump
more
across.
Chris and I. We're not so much the flyers as more of the slugs of the
Okay.
bicycling world.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one of the streams off of the Ducks Unlimited pond that we've got here. This is all connected up here, and this is actually a beaver lodge we've got in here. Now, Peter is saying that they actually clear them out quite a bit, eh? Because a lot of times lodges and dams would cause flooding.
Yes, they'll build right up to that railway. That high.
And anytime you get water rising up beside a railway, is that railway still operational?
Absolutely. You'll probably hear it today at some point.
Oh, okay.
It goes by at least twice, 2 to 3 times a day.
Anytime you get close to water, you're going to find all kinds of different activity. You've got slides from where the trees and everything's being pulled in for the lodge, but that's not the water you want to drink. Make sure when you're traveling on the trails, whether you're biking, walking, anything, if you're outside, make sure you bring water. It is hot out here today. I don't know if you can tell, I'm getting a bit of a suntan and I'm sweating. So Peter was very accommodating, helping us look for all sorts of animals. So.
This is part of the magic.
Here we are. Let's see how this plays out. How could this go badly? Frog versus Chris.
Intellectual-wise, I'm saying frog. Sucker! And Rachel comes in for the second swoop.
Yeah.
Oh, this frog
really?
isn't very swift. He keeps popping up.
He did make it seem like he was giving us a sporting chance, though.
He did. Well, he's still giving us a sporting chance. I'm just gonna wiggle my fingers here, make him think that I'm coming at him with the right. Oh. Okay, he saw me.
Outsmarted by a frog.
He gave us the amphibian business. That's it. Done.
Yeah, as far as territories go, he's got the best one right here. If he
Yeah,
needs
that's
to
pretty
duck
good.
in here, birds are probably not going to come in this way to go after him. He's got lots of cover in the reeds, and we saw all sorts of minnows along here, and there's lots of damselflies, and they don't start out like that up on the top. They're down in the water when they're born. So you've got everything right near the surface of the water where that guy eats.
Yeah, he's got it pretty good. This is like frog utopia.
And it's cooler in here. I don't know if you've noticed, Rachel, on the bike. It's warm out there on the trails.
Yeah.
Down here, ooh, it's nice. I like it. I'm gonna be on this side of the lake. I'm just gonna be sitting on the pond right here.
There's Captain Perspiration here.
I'm a frog.
Sucker!
I'm a frog in the water. We just finished our mountain bike ride. It was tough. We couldn't believe how tough it was. So now we're going to try it in a different way. We're going to go exploring again, but this time we're going on ATVs. What do you think, Rach?
I think it's going to be great. We're going to be out there with Horseshoe riding adventures, and we're going to be looking at all kinds of stuff, and we'll be able to stop whenever we want, and it's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, let's go.
Feeling very intrepid right now. Here's a nice fungus with a slug on it. Slugtacular.
Everything decomposes, and this is food for all kinds of plants and slugs.
Oh, salamander, salamander.
And that is a tiny salamander. Most people think of salamanders as great big slow-moving things. This little one is actually extremely fast, and it would spend its whole life in here. It can find everything it needs in one giant dead tree like this. It's damp, it's got a lot of moisture in it, And all the food it needs are all those bugs that we talked about earlier that use this tree as a home. It's a redback salamander.
Also a very good indicator of the health of the forest.
Our first amphibian like
Yay.
this. We haven't caught a salamander before, but there are salamanders
like
in
that
newts.
isn't cute.
Oh, it's adorable. Look at that.
All right, we better put him back before we freak him right out. Hopefully we see more.
Let's see what else we've got in here.
He blends in really well there too.
All right. Ready?
Oop, another salamander. Right there. Oh, well, he's pretty much gone.
He's gone.
Oh, ourselves a big old fat worm.
And that is lunch. Got all kinds of things. There's another one. Oh,
There's your, you can have the big one.
look at that.
Mmm.
And look how active they are. This is perfect weather for them. They're not going to dry out. Most people come across worms in contact after it rains. They'll come out of their front lawn. They don't even know how many worms are there. These guys, this is active all the time in here just because it's dark, it's moist, and they're breaking down this tree. This is what helps with all the compost right there.
And they're tasty too.
Yeah, they're a good food source for everybody living in here. Mice will eat these too, mice and shrews.
Well, I'm saying humans can eat them,
Well,
you know,
sure,
if
if you
you're
wanted to.
stuck in a pinch.
And it goes deep all the way through here. So we found salamanders, worms.
Slugs.
The key is to make sure you return everything. Oh, I just put my hand on something right there.
Slug.
Slug, I love slugs. Look at that.
How could you not love a slug?
And I always find these when I'm not looking. I just put my hand on a log to move it.
There's a centipede.
Now, the difference between centipedes and
There he is.
millipedes. There he goes. Right there. Probably walk right. Let me put the slug down. My hand's full. No, there he goes.
There we go.
Got him. All right. Now the difference between centipedes and millipedes. Centipedes are hunters. They would go after this slug and eat them right up. Millipedes, vegetarians. So very different. These ones aren't poisonous. We don't have any poisonous centipedes here. Some of them can get to be over a foot long, great big pincers on the front. Not in this part of the world. We're okay with our centipedes and millipedes. Gorgeous. So those two were down there less than a foot apart looking. This one's looking for the slug. Slug's looking to get away from the centipede. Introduce each other and we'll go back this way. There you go, slug. Live another day. Lots of life under here. We've got all sorts of things moving on. And that's our very first stop, 3 minutes outside of Horseshoe Valley, Carriage Hills. Fantastic. As we're zipping along the trail here, we see this huge tree. Now, if you're a tree climber like me, more in my youth than now, but this is the ultimate tree to climb. Look at this thing. It is so impressive. And not only people climb trees. There's got to be bird life in here. There's all sorts of things. This has to be several hundred years old. This is a huge tree. And it looks like, what do you think about this one, Rach?
I'd have to say that this one was several hundred years old until it was hit by lightning.
It's got
can
some dark
actually
marks on it, eh?
See the char here, which is pretty cool.
Now that is a millipede.
That is a good indicator of a forest regenerating itself.
That's like the cow of the forest right there. See the little antenna sticking up?
He's so cute.
And that's a good size. Now, these ones, again, are herbivores. So this is a tree eater, fruits and vegetables. Now they don't have really strong jaws most of the time, so even the fruit that they would get into, even an apple core, they'd have to wait till it started to turn rotten before they could get into it. So once things start to decompose, it's fair game. Trees.
Mossy goodness.
And this outfit? Oh yeah.
This just feels so nice. Feels like 1970s shag carpeting. I want to put it in my van.
We just reached the end of the trail, and we're taking a break. So we're here with Amanda and Tiffany, and these were our guides. What is the biggest thing that you found from people coming out on the ATVs? Are they a lot of people that have never been in the woods before, or?
Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of our students come out this way because they're from more of an urban atmosphere. So when they come out here, they enjoy the forest and the beautiful scenery. They don't even really care to go out really on the ATVs. They just love being out here in the nature.
We've noticed along the trail you're a flower fan. You like the plants and the flowers as well?
Yes, I'm an outdoor adventure student, so anything that I can explain to people and anything that I can get them more in touch with nature and explain to them what each flower means and what it can help us with is just kind of a cool tidbit. And they go home knowing something that they didn't know before.
We've actually seen a lot of different things today. We've had a great experience out here. The trails were fantastic, and this was just a whole different way to see the wild. So we'd like to say thank you very much, and thanks for taking us out for the day.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Here we are on the trails, the Horseshoe trails in the Copeland Forest. This is it. This is perfect. Now I'm trying it on a Segway. We're gonna see what we can find, and it's so quiet. I don't think I'm ever going to walk again. This is amazing. We're gonna be out here just looking for animals. We're gonna be looking for more nature. We're gonna explore the trails in one more exciting way. Let's give it a whirl. I'm here with Graham from Segways of Ontario. We're out on the trails in the back here, and it took us minutes to get here. Earlier, we took this trail on the mountain bike. It took us forever, and it was a lot of work. I liked the Segways. How long have you been working with the Segways?
This is my 3rd season with Segway, and this is our 6th season here at the Horseshoe Resort.
Fantastic, and you get to have access to these trails out here, and you share them with other people on the trails?
Yes, in the winter these are used for the cross-country skiing. But in the summer, we share these with the hikers and bikers, and there are horseback riders.
Yeah, I felt very connected to the road as we were traveling along, and you forget because there's so little noise, you don't realize that it's a motorized vehicle and you're traveling 10, 15, 20 kilometers an hour. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. And we were able to stop in a second. When we saw something, we were able to stop right away, and we picked this spot because there's lots of rocks, so we're gonna go look for some snakes. All right, so you wanna go look for some snakes?
All right, let's do it.
All right. What I'll do is I'll lift it up, and if you see anything move, you let me know, then grab the log, and then I will slide in.
Nope.
Nothing up there at all.
Not quite.
That's the funny thing about searching for animals. You'll lift 100 logs and find nothing, and then earlier on today we lifted one and we found 2 salamanders, we found a millipede, we found a centipede. So it's all basically lifting and searching. Have you ever seen deer out here as well?
No deer. We have seen wild turkeys. But in the area, we know that deer are in the area, yeah.
All right. No bears?
No, we haven't spotted a bear.
Okay.
It's a possibility.
Everybody we've talked to out here says there might be a bear, but we've never seen one. So everybody puts that into their speech just to give everybody a heads up. If you see a large, shaggy animal, turns out it might be a horse now too, though.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's wander up the trail a little bit and see if we can go find some more rock spots.
All right.
We found this spot coming up, and it's got gorgeous ferns in it. This looks like it's been here since the dinosaurs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out and take a look, and basically we're looking for Rachel. she's out here looking around somewhere in the forest, and Graham's here to help us. So if we find Rachel, we'll holler. If we don't, well, hopefully she'll meet us back at the car. She knows where we parked. So let's go see what we can see in the trails. Ready?
All right.
Oh yeah, I found the wet spots. All the trees losing their shells. Look at that.
Got some good fungal growth on there.
Yeah. Actually, this morning, they were asking us about fungus. We had that. We saw lichens. We just didn't see a lot of fungus. All right, well, sorry, Rach. I guess we didn't find you, so hopefully you'll find us back at the car. All right. Well, thanks, Graham, for helping us out.
All right.
And if you do see any snakes, please just, next time we're out, just tell us. That would be fantastic. All right, we'll work our way back up.
They're slippery little guys to catch, though.
So we reached the halfway point. We're both still here. I'm really liking this. And now, this is normally part of your tour, right?
Yes. This site here is called Katie's Climb. This site is used by the loggers of the area because there's a lot of sustainable, renewable logging that happens in the Copeland Forest. They have pockets throughout this forest so that where they will harvest the trees and then plant new ones. Meanwhile, the rest of the forest is left as old growth, so it maintains the ecosystem and the habitat for the wildlife.
Well, this is fantastic. Thank you very much, Graham, for introducing us to the Segway and for giving us just a whole different look on nature with this tour. I really love the idea of not ever having to walk again. So if the rules ever pass that we can take these on the street, I will call you immediately and I will buy one of these. But thank you very much for showing us around. And the tour was great. I really appreciated just everything that you knew about the forest. It was nice.
Great, thank you. I'm so glad to have you, and I'm glad that you took to it like a fish in the water.
Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to be appreciated. All right, well, let's get back and...
All right, follow me.
This is the sort of stuff that we love to do. All right. Oh, yeah.
He just took a flying leap. There you go.
Who doesn't love toads?
Little cuties.
Toad Central. Toad City.
Toad
Toadopolis. Toronto.
Toad Road. Totally awesome.
Amphibityville Horror.
Oh, that was
You like that? Hey,
Jeff
I get some bad puns in this too, you know. I just pulled this up with one leaf on the top.
that's what these guys would be after.
Yeah. This is why they're here.
Yep. Here, I'm going to bring him over here.
Buffet is served. Bon appetit. So we finished our hiking, we finished our trails, we've done all sorts of things. I enjoyed the Segway personally the most.
I'm going to enjoy my bed the most.
All right, fine. I did like the ATVs as well. You did pretty well on the ATVs.
I did do well on the ATVs.
The mountain bike, I don't think you'll ever catch either of us on a mountain bike again.
No, my butt is pretty sore.
But for younger, healthier, athletic people,
Yes,
It
I
w-
think it would be great.
yeah.
You know what? I think I would do it again as long as there's a setting lower than 1 on the gears.
Sure, and if you put a motor on that, or somebody carried me or towed me, sure,
That
I'd
would
be on a
even
mountain
better. I'd
bike.
be about
Absolutely,
that.
yes.
I'd be all about that.
But we found lots of exciting critters. We found salamanders.
I love the salamanders.
We found slugs.
I love the slugs.
We found what was left of several snails.
Did find I love what's left of the snails.
You found all kinds of plants,
Yes, I did, and I love those. Those are tasty.
and you snacked all day.
I did. I don't need any lunch.
All right. So, thank you for joining us out here in the Copeland Forest, up at Carriage Hills. This was good.
This was awesome. I'm exhausted. Are you ready to go home?
Yeah, I'm going to go home and put some toothpaste on my bug bites.
I have some
And
toothpaste right here. Can I
oh,
have some?
fantastic.
Here you go.
Yeah, dab me up. I got it mostly on my elbows.
Okay.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, cool. We will see you next time. Let's get out of here.
Take it easy.
I think we can find our way out of
I
here.
think so. Let's hope.
Oh, you go first in case you get lost.
Oh, in case I break something.
Yeah, if you fall in a hole, I'm all right. I'll just
You just walk around.
step over you.
Okay.